How is it that the most perfect of financial plan that factors in every last thing that you can think of might be completely worthless? My name is Michael Petraka, and I am the owner and operator of HAP Financial Group, and this is your tip of the month. Over the years, I've done boatloads of financial plans where we factor in taxes, insurance, investments, possible risk scenarios, different probabilities, making sure no matter what plays out in your life, we're prepared for it. But at the end of the day, what financial plans do a poor job of doing, factor in the human side of the reality. Factor in behavioral finance, emotions, stresses. So it's very important as you complete a financial plan, have a good understanding of your relationship with money. So one of the first things you can do is understand how you approach spending, how you approach your budget. I typically would put people into three different categories. Your kind of normal, kind of base case type scenario where you're going to be pretty close to your budget. Then there's people that maybe they had a parent go through a Great Depression and they get very instilled to be very tight with their budget. And then you have the other side of the equation where people a little bit more spending, always over and above of probably where they should be. Now, if you're kind of right down the middle, the financial plan should be somewhat accurate. Whether you're plus or minus a few thousand, that's always going to be reality because budgets are just kind of estimates. Life can always throw you a nice little monkey wrench. For example, you could go in your car and drive and hit a nail and now you got to get 4 new tires. So those things can always play yourself out. But when I do a financial plan and I'm sitting down with a client and I've been working with them for a while, I can kind of tell what type of spender they are. So something that tends to trip people up is you only have one budget. Now what people love to tell me is, oh, my budget's 80K, except if my kid needs something, it might be 3,000-4,000, or oh, we have this once in a lifetime vacation, so we're going to do that, it's going to be 5,000. Your money doesn't have a history, doesn't have a thought process, it just knows it's being spent. Whether it's on you, a vacation, tires, it doesn't make a difference. But if we know we tend to be a little bit more of an overspender, certainly when we do a plan, we're going to put maybe an extra 5,000 to 10,000 of miscellaneous inside of your budget to plan for those types of events. Now the opposite side of a coin, now it's probably the better of the two, but if you tend to live well below your means, this can be rather unfortunate. Sadly, I have a lot of clients that have always not gotten out of the being very tight and might be in their 80s with millions of dollars that they're never going to spend, but don't let loose, don't enjoy their money as much as they could. That's fine as long as we're making known choices around that reality. That's okay. My job as a financial planner just to kind of give you a range of what's acceptable, anywhere in there that kind of makes you happy, wonderful. But this is why it's important to just know what your available budget is. Now, if you have questions or want to have a little bit better of an understanding how to incorporate behavioral finance into financial planning, always feel free to give me a call or shoot me an email.